The Crossover is brought to you by T-Mobile. Now your choice is simple. T-Mobile, unleash. And by Pirelli. Power is nothing without control.
In case you missed it, Chase Utley finally responds to Mac's letter from Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Your dad doesn't like you. Maybe you could become a better son. Meeting you and having a game of catch sounds like a lot of fun, but like I said, I'm really busy playing a lot of baseball for the Phillies. I hope you have a good life. Fans like you make my life a grand slam. Your good friend, Chase.
Nice stickers, Utley. Somebody in Spain, a whole lot of time on their hands and a lot of sangria. Nice little 7-story Hot Wheels track.
That's a Hot Wheels, great. Yeah.
What do you guys think about that? I think it's impressive.
That's a waste of time.
Yeah, I agree with both of you, actually.
Moose. It's about having fun sometimes, man.
That is fun.
Look
right
at that
there.
kid. That's a smile.
That is a smile.
Christian Young of Viewmont High School in Utah. Going to be a long season for old
Go
Christian.
down.
Yeah. I would seriously. The helmet's backwards at that point. You're flying blind. Why not just drop?
He gets lit up at the end.
That was never going to end well, Christian. It never really was. Back with the Moose Man from SNY and WFAN and Jim Norton from just Funny World.
Thank you.
Funny World's what I call it.
I realize how uncomfortable I look with my stupid hands placed here.
Yeah, and you're going to a funeral, but other than that, you look great.
Yeah, I know. I'm dressed for a wake with like quadriplegic hands.
Seriously, you've done TV before. What's your problem?
I don't know. I'm just used to being shot like this much. I'm used to being on Red Eye where I'm just kind of like propped on a table.
That's true.
This is
All
just
right.
creepy.
Just loosen up, buddy. Loosen
All right.
up.
Feel much better.
Why not pile on Rex Ryan some more? I mean, it's a joke of a team, beginning a joke of a season, but we thought we'd pile on the coach for going to see his son play football, though he didn't really play, at Clemson. He's a walk-on.
Yeah.
Didn't get into the game last weekend, but Rex went down with his wife to check him out, and now we've got people piling on him. Seriously?
Well, listen, I don't think it's unusual. His son's a walk-on in Clemson. They're taking on Georgia, a huge win for the Tigers. They're now 4th in the country in the rankings.
He's a dad.
Right. He's not there for the cuts. I'm sure he's well aware of who's making the team and who isn't making the team. This isn't Hard Knocks with the Cincinnati Bengals. So be it. He's down there watching a football
You've already
game.
castrated him as it is. Why does it matter now if he's there or not?
Well, he is obviously, he's a dad, but he's also an employee. Don't you have to be at work? It's like if you just walked out of work and said, like, my kid's doing something.
I'm sure he got the approval of the Jets.
Jim, I've taken days off because of a pimple. I don't think it's that important that he be there.
Probably not, and he hasn't exactly done an exemplary job, let's be honest. I mean,
Plus, doesn't this take his mind off the disaster that is his team this year?
They basically made his son, his other son, Mark Sanchez, irrelevant at this point. He's probably not very happy. I would like to go spend some time with my family.
Plus,
it's a few
Clemson's
hours.
good. The Jets stink.
Nah,
What is wrong with this city? Why can't we just let people be sometimes?
Because the same thing that makes you in this city kind of breaks you. The big media here, they praise you a lot, or they come right after you hard. I rhymed makes and breaks.
Look at you.
Back to you.
Look at you. If you can make it here, you can make it anywhere.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to have that tattooed on my chest.
Please do, in giant goth letters. Maryland football. Now we've gotten to the point where people are so paranoid about the NCAA and what constitutes a gift and not a gift that they're not going to give away the game balls. You know, when you do a celebration, touchdowns, what have you, they're actually going to store them away until these guys have left the school to give it that. They don't want to risk anything. Now I feel like we've really reached a ridiculous point with the NCAA.
That's a little too much. It's not really a violation what it is when you look at it. There's only so much amount of, value you can give to a student athlete. So they're counting the football and what the football is worth, so you get it after graduate. It's utterly ridiculous. I mean, really, the NCAA is a joke, and this isn't. Randy Edsall's taking it too far down there.
But do you think, in a way, it's sort of sending a message like, this is how ridiculous we think you are, and we're going to take it one step further?
Absolutely. They say, like, look, we're not going to do anything about this Sandusky guy, but no game ball is coming home with you.
That's why I love him.
Good job.
I don't know if you've ever followed him during the Sandusky fiasco. It was a prize.
It was a must.
It was a prize follow.
It was I got to do that.
Yeah, he said things that you and I probably can't get away with saying.
That's right. I vehemently defended him.
I'm sure he did.
Idiot. Moving on to druggies. Lamar Odom allegedly has a drug addiction, according to a drug dealer, which is, by the way, a great witness to have on your side.
Yeah.
He snorted, or at least bought, $50,000 in cocaine last year, We talk about PEDs, baseball, all that good stuff. I don't even know where to go with this story.
Is that a lot?
I feel like 50 grand in coke is not a lot.
No.
Am I off?
Yeah, that's less than $1,000 a week. You don't. To me, you're not like a legit drug addict until you start talking about how much a day it costs you.
Thank you.
Like Richard Pryor talked in the 70s about how he had like a $600 or $1,000 a day habit.
Now we're talking.
That's a lot. That's a lot more even today.
But he's an NBA player. I mean, there have been reports of him with, smoking crack, hotel rooms, burn marks on the rugs all over the place. His life's a disaster, disappearing. Chloe's trying to have intervention. I mean, Lamar Odom, and still he still wants to go out there, and people are talking about him playing NBA basketball this year.
I guess the other thing is, I don't know if he was doing it during the offseason or in between, but to snort a little coke and go play, I can't imagine that's an easy turnaround. Other than you're awake.
How do you play without doing coke? You're running up and down the court for an hour. I imagine doing a few toots beforehand would really make you more effective.
A couple bumps, as the kids say.
Hollywood Henderson, Thomas Henderson wrote a great book, that Dallas-Pittsburgh Super Bowl years ago. He was doing coke out of a Vicks inhaler on the sidelines.
That's amazing.
During Super Bowl 13. Yeah, I
Lamar Odom
applaud
should
that.
call Jim Norton.
By the way, next time you need any kind of drug anecdote about like anything, just call him. He's got randos that've done drugs.
I just pulled Hollywood Henderson out of midair. I'm quite proud of myself.
That's impressive.
My hands haven't moved yet, but
No, that's impressive.
They are getting creepily closer to your manhood, which I find very questionable as to what's going on.
Yeah.
Follow them on Twitter, Mark Malusis. You need to start saying some really outrageous things.
I know. I got to follow Jim.
Yeah, you. And at Jim Norton. Very simple, very easy. Go follow them. Coming up, my team finally named a starting quarterback, and I don't know how much longer they're going to be my team. Pro Football Talks Mike Florio checks in from Mile High. Whatever. Talks with Jets, Gino, and the rest of the NFL. Oi.